Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Wilkes-Barre area. As here we are tonight with Downington West in town. The Whippets taking on Wilkes-Barre area. John Mandola along with Johnny Mandola tonight. And West gets the shot that is short as Wolfpack come up with it. Eternity Aiken. So we're 1 minute into this, a early start tonight. And they'll move the ball around over to Aiken. So Downington West with the big trip coming here. And now we'll get a out-of-bounds play here, and the Wolfpack will inbound. Cradle now on the inbound, Arto Boyko over there. And she's going to take it to the rack, and she gets fouled down low. So something we've seen, Johnny. Welcome into the show today.
Hey, nice to be here.
Shelby Arto Boyko taking it to the rack. Common occurrence here for the Wolfpack. They like to take the ball inside. Not much of the outside shooters.
Yeah, they're more of close-range shooters, and they like to do that.
They do. Here's Arto Boyko on the second free throw. And that one bounces out. Aiken comes up with the rebound, goes over, and they'll reset here. Krotchenyuk over to the other side. Cradle, now it is Aiken. And Arto Boyko with that fake. Drives inside, gets it over to Aiken. Up and in goes Eternity Aiken. Good pass. Steal here, it is Krotchenyuk. Thornton inside, Eternity Aiken with the big move, and inside, Aiken scores again. 5-0. And that press here for the Wolfpack. This is their style of basketball.
Yes, it is.
Timeout on the floor, 5:54. We'll be right back. So the Whippets will inbound here, trailing by 5. They've got to try to get the ball up court. Cradle over to Arto Boyko. She loses it, and now it's on the floor. And we're going to get a foul here on Krotchenyuk over the top. So the Whippets took that timeout for Coach Young. Had to say, hey, we've got to be able to handle this pressure right now from the Wolfpack. So the Whippets now will get trapped. And Arto Boyko rides up the leg there, but no foul. And the Whippets will now get in their half-court set as the Wolfpack acting like a pack of crazed wolves like you'd expect here at the Wolfpack den to try to get in the heads here of the Whippets early. Fake shot from the outside. Arto Boyko will be right there. She's got that knee brace now on that left leg. It probably gets tweaked a little bit between soccer season and basketball season for her. 5:07 on the clock. Lots of pressure here from the Wolfpack. Steal. Eternity Aiken. Right now playing the best on the floor. Aiken has stepped up. Outside shot. Krotchenyuk's going to be a little long. Cradle battling there. And it'll go out of bounds. It'll be the Whippets basketball. So more full court pressure coming here for the Wolfpack. .439 on the clock. Thornton with the basketball. She is a sophomore. Back over to Cradle. Now they'll move that basketball around. Thornton gets stuffed over there. Nice block by number 40, Caitlin Meenan. She is a senior. Inbound here for the Wolfpack. 4:19 first quarter. Aiken gets it outside, crouch and look over to Ardo Boyko. Inside, Aiken has all the points here for the Wolfpack, other than the free throw. So 6 points, Eternity Aiken leading the charge here. She's been dominant underneath, Johnny.
Yeah. Nice steal and grabs over here.
Putting them up, getting them to go. 3:58 on the clock. It is our McCarthy Tire Game of the Night, Dee's Diner. I want to thank them. Getting hungry yet?
Yes, I am. I could go for some Dee's Diner right now.
What's your favorite at Dee's Diner? What's your go-to?
Well, I'm a breakfast kind of guy, and I like their Belgian waffles.
All right, Belgian waffle. And there's the first bucket for the Whippets, number 22, Kirsten Arrowsmith. Now, not spelled like the band, Aerosmith. It's actually Arrowsmith. Not a bow and arrow kind of guy, though.
No, I'm not.
7-2 the score. It is the Wolfpack in front here. Touchdown versus the safety. We're getting your score updated right now. Not easy. Double duty, right, tonight?
Yeah, it's a little tough over here. Trying to get some words out.
Oh, there's a three-pointer for the Whippets. So a nice bucket there by Caitlin Meenan. And now all of a sudden it's 7-5. And no travel there on Aiken. Kratchenyuk with the runner, and that didn't hit anything. And now we're going to get a foul down low here on Wilkes-Barre area. So, Johnny, quickly, the fouls adding up here for the Wolfpack in that aggressive style that they play. It's just something they're going to have to deal with. That you play that aggressively, fouls are going to be against you a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes with that tight coverage that you have, it's going to give you those fouls.
7-5 the count. Ardo Boyko with her first foul. Kratchenyuk comes out, and Mackenzie Evans comes in. Outside shot, and there's a splash from number 10. All of a sudden, Olivia Young gets underway. Maybe related to the head coach, Mike Young?
Maybe.
I think it's a possibility. Here comes Cradle, loses the handle, and all of a sudden, the Whippets actually are up now 8-7 after that bucket. So the scoreboard had a little adjustment, and the Whippets are in front.
2 3-pointers in a row and change of the game.
Yeah, definitely a changer right now. Over to the corner, they go back inside, and then Eternity Aiken hits that one out. .2:18 on the clock. Inbound coming here from Downingtown West. And they get it out front here. Lizzie Grant over to the corner, a little long, and Ardo Boyko comes up with it. Young stops any movement forward. Here's Thornton now with the basketball, the point guard. 2:06. This game started really quickly for the Wolfpack. It's been all Whippets as of late. Aiken off balance and couldn't get it over the Tolly, and they tried to tie up Meenan but couldn't do it. Now they come down court. Number 50 is into the ballgame, Bridget Reimer. She's a junior, and now we get a foul here of the Wolfpack. So let's face it, Johnny, you're Downingtown West. You're like 2 hours away. You get off the bus. Now, you've been here a little bit to kind of settle in, but to settle in on the court, the Wolfpack were up 7-2. Now the Whippets are getting a little comfortable and have taken that lead 8-7. Sometimes you take that road trip, it's tough to settle in.
Yeah, sometimes you got to get a feel for stuff, and it took a little bit, but they're right on it.
They are right on it, and they have that advantage, and they're hustling right now a little bit more than the Wolfpack with a 1-point lead with 1:43 to go here in the first quarter at the Wolfpack Den. So back over Young is a sophomore. She is number 10. Got the knee brace there on the left knee. Got her teammate over to the right, number 20. That is Caitlin Grant. Grant with the basketball. Now they're looking around. So the Wolfpack was trying to harass a little bit, sitting in that zone defense, much like the Whippets playing that zone defense to start here. Buck 19 here on the clock. Young passes up the shot. Then they'll go long ball. There's another three-pointer. Caitlin Meenan, 11-7 is the count. They've gotten hot from three-point land.
Yeah, they're banging these threes right here.
3 threes this quarter and an 11-7 lead under 1 to go. Wolfpack look a little frazzled. They started out strong, but they've got to settle in here. Ardo Boyko, they're going to say it's a double dribble down low. So the pressure will stay here for the Wolfpack. .50 seconds on the clock. Break that pressure. Almost a travel there. Cradle will guard defensively. Now back over to the inside. That one's off the mark. Cradle comes up with a rebound and it goes out of bounds. Going to end up being Wolfpack basketball. 33 seconds to go. But we appreciate you joining us tonight. We've had basketball all week. .24 seconds, another steal here as Downingtown West has the momentum here in the first quarter. Another tray. Oh, they splash it again. This time it is number 20, Caitlin Grant. So this is a curious timeout. There's 14 seconds on the clock, and the Wolfpack call a timeout here instead of letting it go to the quarter.
Yeah, I mean, they want to settle up. They want to make sure they got the right play going. Down by 7.
Yeah, they're down a touchdown. I don't know, you can't dial up a touchdown in basketball, though. So down 7, we'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. So here come the Wolfpack with 14 seconds to go. They're down 7. They were up 7-2. This has been an incredible run. A 12-0 run right now by the Whippets. Yeah. And they're going to have the basketball here in the final shot with 6 seconds to go if they could get it down court. 3 seconds. Stolen and out of bounds, and clock ran just a little bit there.
Just .3 to go.
So you got to pretty much catch and shoot at this point. Somebody strong. Nobody guarding, even number 20 right here. You just catch it and shoot it, and they don't even try. So quarter number 1 in the books. John Mendola with you here on the Wilkes-Barre Area Athletic Network. We'll be right back for quarter number 2. Back at it. Second quarter. Downington West now just moving the ball around. If you're the Wolfpack, what do you think Coach Mushak Namey had to say to her team after quarter number 1, Johnny?
Well, you got to keep doing that full court press and keep getting those steals and using them to your advantage.
Yeah, and they were doing it early, but it just seems like the energy isn't there. They got to gain that confidence back a little bit. And for Downington West, I guess you just keep doing what you're doing, which is stay after it. That has kept them in this game and given them a 14-7 lead. Again, they are on a 12-0 run as of right now. It was 7-2. That outside shot falling for the Whippets. Being patient. There's another outsider. That doesn't make it, but Ardo Boyko there. Boxing out will be important for the Wolfpack. Down court to Cradle, taking care of that basketball. Ardo Boyko looks one way, goes the other. Cradle now with a 3. Hits it. So there's some instant offense for the Wolfpack. Get Cradle hit 1 or 2 of those. You could use that in the game. And now here comes Krachanyuk, their most consistent outside shooter. Here's Mackenzie Evans for a 3. There's 2 in a row for the Wolfpack.
Now they're starting to take those outside shots now, and they're working.
And they're falling. You're saying it. Yeah, it's 14-10. All of a sudden, the Wolfpack cashing in on the outsiders. No call on Aiken with the body, and it is off the Wolfpack. So I think the Wolfpack got away with one there on the foul side. Again, 14 fouls to 1. 2 Whippets come into the lineup. Young returns. And that looks like number 40 back in it. Yeah. Outside shot. That one doesn't make it. So 2 misses now. It's been a streaky kind of game. Was 7-2 Wolfpack. Then it was 14-7. Now the Wolfpack are right there. It's 14-13.
Momentum keeps changing as the game goes on.
.6:04 on the clock. Cradle with the inbound. Here is Krachanyuk now with the basketball. Look over. Mackenzie Evans off that knee injury she had last year, right in front of us on this court. Aiken inside. Good pass from Cradle. And now we're going to go up and get the free throws. Johnny, little things are going to be important. Free throws, doing all the little things right. And now we're going to get Eternity Aiken here, stroking it away from the free throw line. So you take your practice shots, whether it's, football, maybe, you're catching the ball. You got to make sure you catch it. Basketball, you're hitting free throws. Soccer, you're scoring goals. It doesn't matter what it is. Those everyday reps matter. And 2 free throws missed there by Aiken, who's played really well for the Wolfpack in the first quarter to start things out to give them that lead. Now we're going to get a travel and a turnover. Let's look at the ball movement we're going to have here for the Wolfpack. Important for them to get that right shot they're looking for. Don't force anything. Here's Cradle. Gets it over. Krachanyuk. There's that outside shot. She can bang those down from time to time. Ardo Boyko, that's her. Jumping into the mix, just creating a little bit of energy for her team.
Trying to get those rebounds for the team.
Yeah, I mean, you got to create a little sense of urgency here when you don't score after like 4 minutes. They do so with 2 trays to make it 14-13. They're right back in it. Again, the Whippets now have somebody open on the opposite side of the court. They didn't see her. That is number 40, Meenan. Now back over to Young, who plays the point. 5:07 on the clock. Downington West. The Whippets made the long trip here to the Wolfpack gym. That's going to be backcourt. So another turnover here. So we think, Johnny, that the Whippets settle in after they took that lead. Now they've got a couple miscues. They're still not totally settled into the Wolfpack den here.
Yeah, now they got to wake up, and Wolfpack's right on their tail here.
They're down 1. Krachanyuk with the runner. Just couldn't get that one to go. That kind of went in and out. 4:35 now on the clock. Appreciate you joining us here on the McCarthy Tire Game of the Night. McCarthy Tire will be open tomorrow. It is New Year's Eve, but they'll be open, I think, till about noon tomorrow. So you're looking to get those brand new tires and oil change. They have a wonderful car wash. Manuka Subaru, it's all we do. They'll be open tomorrow as well. Head into the Manuka section of Scranton, right near Moosic. Shelby Ardo Boyko just got a little too far under the bucket. Now Young will come back with the basketball. Been a quiet quarter. Guess what? The Whippets haven't scored yet this quarter.
Maybe they'll bang one in right now.
Well, the Wolfpack have a couple here that they put in, 2 threes, and that's all we got so far here in quarter number 2, and we're more than halfway around. How about Downingtown West, Johnny? You look at them right now. They're being patient with the basketball, waiting for a good pass. Great defense there by Aiken to get in the way of the shot there. Here comes Krachuduk down court. She's got Cradle. Could she hit her second three? No, bounces out, but great hustle. Bernardo Boyko, and enough of a foul here on Young.
Wolfpack today are just taking the threes, taking those outside shots. Very good.
Well, they hit a couple, but not all of them are going in. They just got to stay after that game. I think it's that ground and pound. Football's ground and pound. For the Wolfpack, it's taking the ball to the rack on the ground and then just pounding it in, trying to get those layups or fast points. Seemed a little better at that the last couple of years. Cradle will try her third three of the day. She hits 2 and a 3. And a Wolfpack lead and a Whippet timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back. 3:12 to go in the second. All right, here we go. .308 on the clock. Whippets will bring things up. A little bit of full court pressure, but it's not intended to do anything other than just kind of keep them in check. Steal Mackenzie Evans. Take her time. The Whippets got down there. .234 on the clock. Outside shot. Whippets rim out, and Aiken comes up with a rebound. Inside, Ardo Boyko. Aiken free throw. No. And a rebound here for the Whippets. So it has been a game of runs, Johnny. And right now, it is the Wolfpack run that's the difference maker. They were stuck at 7 points. They're on a 9-0 run this quarter. Downingtown West hasn't scored. Nope. First three out on West going the other way. So you look at Coach Young over there. He's kind of shaking his head a little bit. Look at the body language. Like, how could we buy a bucket right now? It all starts with one. Maybe they need to pound one inside. Ardo Boyko, no go. Mahogany Robinson knocks that out of bounds. So number 34 will now check in, Rachel Shuda. She's a sophomore. Steele almost there. Thornton on the bench right now, along with Kronchanyuk. They try to go down low. Ardo Boyko right there. Here comes Ardo Boyko doing what she does best. She's a Steeler. And then up and in with a little double English. Mahogany Robinson. 18-14, 4-point Wolfpack lead. $1:10 on the clock here in the first half. They were looking for a travel, didn't see it. Thought it was okay. Here's Ardo Boyko. More transition possibility points here for the Wolfpack. The pass, Cradle's got to finish that. They kick it back out. Now they go back over. They had it to go inside. Can't bring that out. Aiken pivots to the rack. Got pushed off the ball just a little bit. Needed to go stronger into the hole. 31 seconds here on the clock. Streaky game. Here's the Whippets travel. Johnny, have any instant offensive ideas for the Whippets? They just can't buy a bucket right now. I think they've got to get a bucket inside the paint maybe. The outside shots aren't falling.
Yeah, I think they've got to just keep passing and making sure that they get a bucket.
Get something. They got to pull something out of their toes right now. 13 seconds. Kronchanyuk, Cradle, Ardo Boyko, 3 seconds on the clock. Somebody's got to shoot the ball. No. 4-point lead for the Wolfpack. We're going to quarter number 3. We'll be back. Third quarter getting underway here at the Wolfpack Den. Diamond Thornton finally back on the floor. Got herself over on the bench for a little bit. Talented young lady. And let's see if the Wolfpack could continue their offensive output as they went stone cold, then got heated back up. It is the Whippets who did not score in quarter number 2. Cradle. Thornton. Jumper, yes. That's a runner. 20-14. That's an athletic play. Going to go Wolfpack way now. So it is a 6-point advantage. The Wolfpack in front of the Whippets of Downingtown West. Young with the basketball. Kicks it over to her teammate, Arrowsmith. Wolfpack staying in that 2-3 or 2-1-2 look. Aiken's getting a little high here, going to the post. Ardo Boyko didn't box out there, got lucky on the bounce. Here is Aiken. Takes her time. Cradle, a little too much. And off of Aiken's head will go the Whippets' way. Is there much you could say if you're Coach Young over on the Whippets side? You know, as far as offense, we just need a bucket. I mean, not too often you'll go through a whole quarter without a bucket.
Maybe they should start passing it around and try and get it inside and try and maybe get a layup.
Layup would be good, I think. Here's the inside look. Now they just take it to the hole, and there's Ardo Boyko on the block. So they did try to take Johnny's advice, get it inside. You pick up a copy of our basketball magazine, Johnny.
Yeah, we got State Farm here, Frank Sirokatch and Tunkhannock. And Jen Rickey from Dunmore, PA. And Melissa Walter, Shavertown, PA. Jeremy Baczynski, can't forget him. He is from Schuylkill County.
Down at drums. That gum sounded so good, Johnny. And you're making me a little jealous. I wish I had some gum myself tonight. 6:18 on the clock, 20-14, a 6-point deficit here for the Whippets. No fouls so far to start quarter number 3. We'll move that ball around. Now they get it over to number 40, Meenan. But Aiken on the steal, and they'll whip it around. No pun intended here. The Wolfpack leading by 6, a defensive game. Kratchenuk way downtown, and it's just a little too downtown. Had a good look at the bucket. Whippets begging for a bucket. Still no. It has been a dry run here for Downingtown West. Wilkes-Barre just 6 points better right now. Ardo Boyko wide open down there. Thornton tried to put a needle and a thread, Brady Bunch style, in there. Really the thread and the needle, only a dime. 5:10 on the clock. Whippets will move it around. Here at our Wilkes-Barre area student broadcast tonight. Students taking a little holiday time, and yeah, it's still got a couple working tonight. The dedicated ones. Here comes Diamond Thornton. We miss Andrew and Max, who've been with us pretty much every game this year. Those two guys are the real deal. Always trying to get a little better every time on the broadcast.
Now you got your bud today.
Yeah, I got my bud, my buddy.
The very colorful man.
Oh,
right
yeah,
here.
you are colorful, all right. Aiken has missed 3 free throws. The Whippets are bringing in a whole different crew who say, hey, somebody's got to score a point. So Caitlin Grant is in. Number 43 is in. That's Colleen Fromhartz. We throw number 24, Lena Gibson, as well. And looks like Bridget Reimer, the junior, has returned to the court. Aiken can't buy a free throw right now. But Natalia Cradle gets it. Ardo Boyko knocks down somebody and says, hey, I'll help you up. Here is Aiken inside. No foul. Ardo Boyko. She is like a pinball. Bouncing around. Cradle hustles that one. Tries to get rid of it. Does get over to Thornton. Stays in bounds. 4:18 on the clock. Evans goes into Aiken. Aiken with the big man move. Got swatted away there by number 15, Lizzie Grant. So Lizzie Grant playing good defense. Aiken gets in the way and just a little too much. .404 on the clock. You pick up a copy of our basketball magazine at McCarthy Tire on Kidder Street in Wilkes-Barre. Manuka Subaru, it's all we do.
Saporito, Falcone, and Watt. Then you got, let's see here, Dallas Athletic Republic, can't forget them. Valley Garment Care.
Ardo Boyko now coming down the other way. Johnny's casing out the magazine locations, and Cradle misses everything. So neither team really just shooting well tonight. It's one of those nights. Another turnover coming. You got to feel for Coach Young and the Whippets struggling offensively tonight. Here is Evans and Diamond Thornton. Thornton's going to take it in. Runner, got it. That's her best basketball, is street yard basketball, running that ball in and just taking all kind of circus shots. And there is a bucket for the Whippets. 22-16. Here comes Diamond Thornton down. Eternity Aiken. Shelby Ardo Boyko got hack attack there. No. They're going to call travel. A timeout. Wow. She got cut in half on the floor. No call. 3:07 on the clock. .307 on the clock. And the Wolfpack will inbound, and they're saying that's 5 seconds. So Cradle has worked hard in her basketball game to get on the court here for the Wolfpack. Ardo Boyko freelance it a little bit. That's her thing. And Evans hustles down to knock that out of bounds. So more tenacious defense. The Whippets now over the last, let's see, 5 and 8, 13 minutes, they've scored 1 bucket. Here's bucket number 2 as I say that. Score it, Caitlin Grant. So all of a sudden it's 22-19. Wolfpack, 2:38 on the clock, quarter number 3. Eternity Aiken, skip pass, Ardo Boyko, no cutter. Looking for a cutter, down the lane, there they go, cutting across. Back over to Evans. Aiken Skip pass over to Thornton for three. No. And off the Whippets. .2:12 on the clock. Thornton gets the basketball. Pauses, gets it over to Aiken. Blocked over there. Thornton into Aiken again and one. Maybe the most exciting basket of the game there. Aiken and the foul.
Whippets are playing some tight man coverage, but Wilkes-Barre's just finding a way to get it out.
(25-19) is the count. So you're right. They had Aiken down low. There's a travel they missed. Outside shot. Whippets throw it down. Meenan, 25-22. The Whippets have 6 points over the last 15 minutes or so, but they're only down 3. Ardo Boyko. Extra pass inside, kicks it back out. Cradle Diamond Thornton open, and her thing over the lane. Circus shot, go to the free throw line. That'll be foul number 3 here on the Whippets this quarter, this half. Just go to the computer and put that score in. It's going to be 26-23 now. Johnny, what do you think of that, buddy? They're hitting that free throw line, getting it going. 1:25 now on the clock here in the third.
Finally getting going.
Five-point lead here for the Wolfpack, 27-22. Oh, what a hit there by Ardo Boyko. Got all ball. Three team fouls for the Whippets, 1 team foul here for the Wolfpack. Inside ball game. Lizzie Grant. 27-24. Wolfpack by 3. As this third quarter comes to a close, less than 1 to go. .45 seconds to go here as Kracheniuk comes in. Aiken now and back over to Diamond Thornton. .2 seconds. Ardo Boyko coming over. Outside shot. That goes long. Aiken comes up with a rebound. Keep it in. Dribbling out of trouble. Thornton back over to Ardo Boyko. 10 seconds. Mackenzie Evans. A little too much sauce on that. 4 seconds. Thornton with the steal, and that'll end quarter number 3. 3-point lead, Wolfpack. We'll be back. Quarter number 4, here we go. Final stanza. Downingtown West, the Whippets in town, taking on the Wolfpack at the Wolfpack Den. Like crowd tonight, it is a Friday night, so maybe you're joining us here in the John Mendola Show Network and the Wilkes-Barre Area Athletic Network. It is the McCarthy Tire Game of the Night. Mackenzie Evans steal. Kicks it out. Krotchenyuk off the dribble. Runner. Yes. A bucket when you need it. Krotchenyuk came up with it. 7:32 on the clock. 5-point lead. Wilkes-Barre staying with this press. 3 team fouls here for the Whippets. Just 1 for Wilkes-Barre area. They had a lot in the first half, but they've settled down here in the second half in that zone defense. And that'll go out of bounds here. We've got Wolfpack basketball. Thank our friends at FNCB Bank. 16 locations in northeastern Pennsylvania. And now we get a turnover here by the Wolfpack. .17 on the clock. 29-24. Wolfpack lead. Whippets with Young, number 10. Pick up a copy of our basketball magazine at any of our State Farm locations. Frank Sorokach, Matt Daly, Melissa Walter, Jen Ricky Abeloff, Michael Griffin, and, of course, Frank Sorokach and Jeremy Baczynski. So 6 locations of our State Farm agents. Manuka Subaru, it's all we do. Comets Law, located at 46 Public Square in Wilkes-Barre. Jonathan Comets, a GAR graduate. They're the one to call. Give Comets Law a call for any of your legal needs. Turnover again. It has been a turnover kind of night. Somebody will be baking those turnovers this weekend for some desserts for New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Just that kind of night. Both squads have had their fair share. 5-point deficit here for the Whippets. Going the other way. So it goes out on the Whippets here in the full court pressure. Krotchenyuk over to Diamond. Thornton's got a wide open Mackenzie Evans. Now over to Eternity Aiken. Had Ardo Boyko down low, but didn't want to force it, so she kind of did the smart thing and just kind of held it with 6:10 on the clock. And there is a body up foul by number 15, Lizzie Grant. .6:02 on the clock. Reach there by Young, no call. Thornton fakes that 3. Brings it out to Ardo Boyko. Both teams have 3 timeouts. The Whippets have 4 fouls, and the Wolfpack have 1. It goes right off of head coach Mary Mushak-Damey. Here comes number 50 back in, Bridget Reimers, giving some good minutes tonight for the Whippets. Foul on Young. I think that's a couple for her. So 5 team fouls. And her second. Cradle on the bench right now. Krotchenyuk over to Aiken. They kick it back out. Evans. They're going to call a travel. More full court pressure here, or 3-quarter court pressure for that matter, from the Wolfpack. Sitting in that zone. Whippets have a bunch of 3s today, but have been inconsistent. Been tough for them to go inside. Now here comes an outside shot. That's a good one. And it's 29-27. So downtown goes number 40, Meenan. And now we get a travel, and the Whippets are in business here with 5:08 to go. Like our friends at Dee's Diner, they're open 24/7. It doesn't matter if it's New Year's Eve at 11:30 or New Year's Day at 1 a.m. Dee's Diner, open 24/7, located right by the casino here, about a mile and a half here from the high school, Wilkes-Barre area. So a lot of our visiting teams or their fans head over to Dee's Diner in Plains. Whippets could take the lead off the front of the rim. Good box out there, but they're going to call over the back. That was a tough call. Didn't look like she really went over the back. Looked like the ball just bounced that high. And she's mentioning that to the ref. And Kracheniuk was the player in front of her. Game's getting a little bit more interesting. We've got a timeout. We'll take one. 4:38 to go. We'll be right back. Here we go. The Whippets hanging around. And a turnover here after the timeout. Whippets taking their time, looking for that right shot. Shelby Ardo Boyko, she's a stealer. Ardo Boyko kicks it back out. Kracheniuk jumper. Oh, man. If she was at a carnival, she would have got robbed at that. In and out. 3:55 on the clock. Still 2-point lead. Wolfpack. Whippets ready to take the lead. They led after the first quarter. They had 14 points. They went a whole quarter without scoring anything, and then most of the third without scoring much. And now they've got 27 points. Ardo Boyko just showing her athleticism there. Baited her right there. And Shelby gets it over to Diamond Thornton. 3:15 on the clock. Thornton with the basketball. Nodded up in the air. Kracheniuk's going to get called on the foul. They're going to say Kracheniuk on the foul. Six team fouls to 2 team fouls. 3:09 on the clock. Cradle's going to check back in. Almost an errant pass there by the Whippets. Young, other side. Now they pound it in over. No. Diamond Thornton. 3 girls on her. Somebody's got to be open. And Evans hustles that one. Wolfpack will maintain possession. So Evans did just enough to keep the ball in the Wolfpack way. But the arrow will change at 2:37 to go. Wolfpack lead by 2, 29-27 here. Late in this contest. It was an early start tonight. Downington West will be able to get home early on a long travel. Thornton got it right in the grill. She should head over to the free throw line. She will to shoot 2. Let's see if the Wolfpack can get a couple of free throws here. 7 team fouls for the Whippets. And that's off the front of the rim. So it just has not been a shooter's night tonight for either squad. Baskets are not falling like they would like. 2:13 to go. Timeout. Downington West on a McCarthy Tire game of the night here on the Wilkes-Barre Area Athletic Network. .212 to go here on the clock. 29-27 is the count. The Wolfpack lead by a slim margin of 2 points here. In a defensive battle. Whippets. No. It's the back, and it'll go the other way. $1:59 to go. Now, the Wolfpack have not been good on the free throw line tonight. So if you're going to foul, if you're the Whippets at some point, it might be okay based on what we've seen so far out of the Wolfpack. They go down low to Cradle, and there's a turnover. So Coach Bouchak-Namey saying something to Diamond Thornton. Diamond Thornton's like, listen, I just threw it to her, and she didn't catch it. You get both sides of it. And Coach Bouchak's like, hey, make the simple pass. But at that moment, that was an open body, and Cradle just couldn't look the ball in. It went off her knee. $1:40 to go. It is a tight squeaker of a game tonight. Coach Young looking for something out of his Whippets to pull this thing off. Ripe to pull off this game here, but another turnover. You just never know what's going to happen here in the final 124. Wolfpack could hold them to this 2-point lead. At some point, they got to score because it only takes a 3 for the Whippets to finish off the Wolfpack. Here's Ardo Boyko. Back out to Thornton, 1:13. They're going to trap her. And now we're going to get a timeout here out of the Wolfpack with 1:09 to go. So that was a long timeout. Almost a steal by the Whippets. Dangerous pass. Cradle tried to throw it up. It's a turnover. So the Wolfpack not super on that one. 53 seconds to go. Whippets 1 3-pointer away from taking the lead here in the final minute, and another timeout here. 42.4 seconds to go. Whippets have the ball. There's 42 seconds. If you're Coach Young, I'd say let's just take one shot, whether it's to tie it or win it. Take your time here. You can pull this one off. Thornton, steal. No, did not hit the Whippets there. 29 seconds on the clock. You thinking 2 or 3 if you're the Whippets? I'm thinking they're going to go for the 3. That shot missed off of Wolfpack, stays Whippets' way. 19.6 seconds to go. Here are the Wolfpack 10. One timeout for each squad. 5 seconds? No. On the line, going the Wolfpack way with 17.1 to go. So first of all, you got to get it in. Then they're going to foul. Then you got to hit a one-on-one. So let's see what happens here. Again, it's only a 2-point lead. Ardo Boyko might be the person you want on that free throw line. Somebody who's had a lot of basketball experience, a lot of varsity game time, both in soccer and in basketball. Kind of a carefree attitude. Doesn't take things too seriously. So maybe that's the person you want on the free throw line right now if you are the Wolfpack with 15.7 seconds to play. And that works. 3-point lead, Wolfpack. Can they make it 4, which at this point seems insurmountable? The way this game has gone, it's been tough to put a bucket in. Free throw goes. 14 seconds. Whippets. Ardo Boyko gets right in the pocket there. 6 seconds. They've got to shoot the basketball. Somebody, they're down 4. And Ardo Boyko with a push outside a 3-point land with 2.2 seconds to go. Not what you want. You'd have to hit 2 free throws, knock the ball out, get the rebound, and get the win if you're the Whippets. Well, let's take one step at a time. They're shooting 3. Got the roll. So Bridget Reimer does the job there. Hits that one. Well, what do you do here? Timeout. That's the right call here for the Whippets. So 8 team fouls and 3 team fouls. They got to change the score there. 31-29. You got to miss this and then try to get the bucket. So they were down 4. So that is the accurate score. .2 seconds to go. Reimer on the free throw line. She makes it. How does that help you? No. There's the miss and the rebound for the Wolfpack, and that'll do 2.2 seconds to go, the foul. The right idea. Downingtown West, the Whippets will have a long trip home. Not for lack of trying. They gave it everything they had today. Just couldn't buy a bucket. And again, it was a defensive battle tonight. Neither team could just get on track and score. 31-29. And that'll do it. Well, the final score, the Wolfpack victorious tonight. Happy New Year's to you and yours here on the Wilkes-Barre Area Athletic Network.